You won't believe the great miracle that happened to the young Libyan man, Amer, at the Kaaba, and how the wrath of Allah descended upon the airport and the plane in front of everyone. Do you believe that a sincere intention can change the course of destiny? Have you heard about a Libyan young man who was prevented from traveling to Makkah 3 times, and yet Allah returned to open for him the gates of heaven and the airplane? What made the plane return twice? Was it merely a coincidence or a message from Allah? And did divine wrath truly descend upon the airport and the plane because the sincere pilgrim was unjustly prevented? In this video, you will learn about the astonishing story of the Libyan young man, Amer al-Mahdi Mansour al-Gaddafi, who shook social media with his faith and steadfastness, and how prevention turned into miracles and despair into blessings. Don't forget to hit the like button if this true story amazes you, and subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so you don't miss any new and emotional real-life stories and miracles that shake hearts. In the heart of southern Libya, where the golden sands blend with the dignity of men and the wind blows carrying the scent of history and authenticity, a young man was born who became the talk of the gatherings, and his name echoed on every tongue. A young man unlike others of his generation. He was a rare symbol of goodness and dignity. He is Amer al-Mahdi Mansour al-Gaddafi. Amer was not just a name repeated among the tribes, or an ordinary young man in the corners of the southern region. Rather, he carried within his chest a heart beating with mercy and a soul blooming with chivalry and good manners. People knew him for his warm smile and kind face. Everyone mentioned him with respect and calmness as a symbol of manhood that is rarely repeated. He grew up in a household raised on the values of religion, honesty, and generosity. He learned from a young age that prayer is the pillar of religion, so he was the first to enter the mosque and the last to leave, always attending Fajr prayer before the sun rose on his day. But what made Amer beloved by everyone was not only his religiosity, but his hidden acts of goodness. He used to allocate a fixed portion of his monthly income for sponsoring orphans. Not a single Friday would pass without him knocking on the door of a needy widow or a devastated divorced woman to ask about her condition and fulfill her needs. Without waiting for thanks or reward, Amer became a symbol in his region, a role model for the youth and a source of safety for the elderly. He didn't ask for anything from life except that his Lord be pleased with him, and that the door of his house remain open to every distressed soul, as if his heart were a piece of heaven that descended upon the soil of Libya. The beginning of the miracle. At the Saba airport in southern Libya, fate wrote a unique chapter of faith and certainty, with its hero being a young man named Amer al-Mahdi Mansour al-Gaddafi. He was preparing to travel to the purest land on earth, but faced a different kind of test. A test of intentions, steadfastness, and certainty that whoever seeks Allah will not be turned away disappointed. Amer had prepared himself humbly for the sacred journey. He wore his clean white clothing, arranged his documents, and bid farewell to his family in southern Libya, with a heart full of longing for the ancient house. He arrived at the airport around noon, slightly later than the other pilgrims. But with indescribable confidence he said to himself, "O Allah, I intend to perform pilgrimage to your house." This is what he said to himself as he entered the departure hall, unaware that the first door to be closed in his face would be the door of the airplanes. While the faces were preparing for travel and the hearts of the pilgrims were beating with hope, the security personnel stopped Amer and informed him that there was a security issue with his name in the passport. Due to the similarity of his family name, al-Gaddafi, with names banned from travel inside Libya, they said it was an administrative issue and would be resolved. But time passed, the passengers boarded, and the airplane door was closed, while Amer stood alone, watching through the glass at a dream drifting away until the director came to him. The airport security officer, consoling him with words resembling hopeless calm, said, "Allah is in control. It's not destined for you." But Amer's response was unlike any other. "Inshallah, the plane won't fly, and inshallah, I will board it. My intention is Hajj." According to what he narrated in a video clip that spread widely on social media platforms, the first miracle, the plane returns after takeoff. Only a few minutes had passed when an announcement came from the airport loudspeakers, stating that the plane that had just taken off had returned to the airport due to a technical malfunction. At that moment, Amer's eyes lit up. The plane had come back. They called him to board, and the airport authorities asked the pilot to open the door to receive him. But the response came from the flight captain that the doors could not be reopened and the stairs could not be brought back just for one passenger. So the plane took off again, leaving Amer physically at the airport. But his heart was tied to the covering of the Kaaba. The security director returned to him again, patting him on the shoulder with sadness, saying, "Once again, it's not destined for you." But according to Libyan media reports, Amer responded with unwavering certainty, "I'm not leaving from here. This very plane, I will board it by the will of Allah." The young Libyan man sat in the airport waiting while everyone around him began to accept that the story had ended, except him. The second miracle, the plane returns again. And here is the sky speaking a second time. The plane returned once more due to an aerial malfunction. Amid growing discomfort among passengers inside the plane, they were told to disembark using the stairs and were allowed to walk around instead of staying seated, which finally enabled Amer to board. At the departure gate, the security officers greeted him with a different salute, a mix of pride and amazement, saying, "Pray for us, Sheikh Amer. Your blessings are with us." He took commemorative photos with the crew and sat in his seat, his heart repeating, "O Allah, all praise is due to you for letting us reach our goal." In the video recorded inside the Holy Mosque, where he narrated the details of what happened, Amer said he was certain that the plane was coming back for him because he had made a sincere intention to perform Hajj to the sacred house of Allah. He pointed to patience and certainty in his strange story. Social media users shared the video clip along with the comment, "What is it between you and Allah, O Amer? How did your intention call?" And the sky answered. One user wrote on X, formerly Twitter, "If Allah has written something for you, then every delay is just a moment of waiting until He delivers you to your rank. A blessed Hajj, an accepted effort, and forgiven sins by Allah's will." Others shed light on the lessons learned from Amer al-Gaddafi's story, affirming that it serves as a reminder that Allah's door never closes to the one who knocks on it with certainty, and that when the intention is sincere and the hope is true, then all causes submit and the world changes for the sake of a servant who said, "I have intended and I am certain in my Lord." Dear audience, have you ever gone through a situation where you thought all hope was lost, and then something unbelievable happened? Share your stories in the comments, for your words might be light for someone else. And don't forget to support this video with a like and a subscription so that this lesson of faith may reach as many people as possible. O Allah, Lord of the heavens and the earth, the most merciful, the most generous, I humbly ask you with a sincere heart, grant me the honor of visiting your sacred house. Make the path to Hajj easy for me. Provide the means, the strength, and the opportunity to answer your call. O Allah, write my name among those who stand on the plains of Arafat, who circle the Kaaba with love and tears, who drink from the blessed Zamzam, and whose sins are washed away like a newborn child. Let this journey be purely for your sake, filled with acceptance, forgiveness, and closeness to you. protect me from any harm or hardship along the way, and return me purified in soul and spirit. Ya Allah, if it is written for me, then open every closed door, remove every obstacle and place longing in my heart until I reach your house. Ameen, Ya Rabb al-Alameen.